Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I hope that you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Today I'm here with a haul video. This is all, well, almost all of the items that I purchased throughout the different sales that were going on throughout November. I still have one package that isn't here yet from ColourPop. ColourPop it takes a long time to get their packages, although I finally, looking at the tracking, saw that's in my state. So it should be here relatively soon. But I tend to be a bit of a bargain hunter when it comes to high-end makeup. I have had a lot of items on my wish list for a couple of years now that I just haven't ever let myself buy, and I decided that this year, for all the different sales that were going on, that I was just gonna finally take the plunge on some of the items that I've been wanting. So before I get into the haul, the tea of the day is from Den's Tea. It's called Hojicha Gold, and it's roasted green tea. It has a wonderful toasty flavor that isn't smoky. And this is a tea with a lot of flavor. Like, if that's one thing that you don't like about tea, you feel like there's just not flavor, Hojicha has lots of flavor, and Den's Tea has a few different varieties, I think. And it's not an expensive tea either, so it's wonderful. Okay, shall I go by brand or by types of items? Like, should I do all the blushes together or brand stuff together? Let's just do all the blushes together at once. So this first one actually wasn't on sale at all. I bought this in Target, I think. I just saw it in there and I had heard some good reviews of it. This is the Almay Healthy Hue Blush in the shade 100. Nearly Nude. And Almay isn't a brand I buy a lot of things from, and I feel like it's kind of a underrated brand. So when I hear a product from their line kind of getting hype, I kind of get excited, like, ooh, I kind of want to know what their hero products are. This has been getting, like I said, really good reviews. It has a really pretty baked formula, and that's what the shade looks like there in my finger. It does have some radiance to it, and I am really excited about that color. That is so pretty. It's like a rosy neutral color. I think this is going to be really, really pretty. I'm always excited to find a really good kind of under the radar product from a drugstore brand. So that's the first blush. Blush number one. Okay, now getting into sales. So Tower 28, I didn't buy this in the Sephora VIB sale because I'm not VIB. I would have only gotten like 10% off. Tower 28 had a sale on their website, so that's where I went. I got the Beach Please blush in the shade Magic Hour, which I feel like is probably one of the most popular shades, although I really had a hard time picking a shade. They have such beautiful shades. So this is a balmy blush, and it has a really pretty tone to it. Kind of peachy, kind of rosy. I haven't tried any of these things yet. This has been on my wish list for a really long time. I've just been, I don't know why. It's just taken me forever to actually buy one. So I'm really happy to finally be able to try that. Same with this blush from Rare Beauty. So I purchased one of the Stay Vulnerable Melting Blushes. This is the cute little blush that looks like a Polly Pocket. I think this was released last year, if I'm not mistaken. Last winter maybe. So this has been on my wish list for over a year now, and ooh, it's so stinking cute. Just look at it. The cute, oh, I can hardly stand the cute little pat. It looks like a pat of butter, right? Or obviously discolored butter. But it's just so perfect. This shade, it does seem like a neutrally rosy color again, and you can see I obviously go for a certain type of blush. It's very, very melty. You put your fingers in it and it feels just super, super emollient and melty. I have seen varying reviews on this. Some people really dislike it and other people really like it. It's more of a sheer blush that's kind of a heavy swatch. As you can see, I kind of purchased all the same shade. So far anyway, but I'm really excited to try the formula of that one. Next, this one's kind of a weird one. So this is from Beauty Pie, and Beauty Pie is like a beauty subscription. No, sorry, not a subscription. It's like a beauty club where you pay and therefore you get to buy all their stuff at a greatly reduced price. And I'm not a member, but they had like a special thing for, I don't know, a day or 2 days, where if you weren't a member, you could still purchase some of their products, but at their member price. Because even if you're not a member, you can buy things, but they're much, much, much more expensive. So I took advantage of it. I ordered this blush. This is the Super Cheek blush in the shade Bear Blush. It's a beautiful little glass pot. And again, feels really nice and soft and melty. Compared to the others, this one's a little bit more pink, a bit more on the berry side. But this blush gets raved about, so I'm very intrigued to finally try it. One more blush, and this has been on my list, again, for a very long time. So this is from Cosmetics. This is the Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil Blush, and I got mine in the shade Venetian Rose. I have this shade in their Serum Blush. Looking at swatches though, they're slightly different shades. They're not exactly the same. I gotta say the packaging on this is like A+. I mean, it's kind of chunky, but I don't mind it. It feels kind of heavy. It has that magnetic closure that's really satisfying. It has a nice little mirror on the inside. And the actual product is a beautiful baked formula. You can see it does have some radiance to it. M Cosmetics doesn't have a whole lot of sales throughout the year. They had, was it 20 or 25% off on their website? I was just like, okay, if I'm gonna do it, now's the time. So I didn't swatch it. There it is. Oh, that's so beautiful. Can't wait, so excited. Okay, so that's all of the blushes. Let's do lip stuff. So from Tower 28, I did get one of their milky lip glosses. This is another product I've been wanting all year long. And so I decided to get the shade Cashew, which is kind of that rosy brown color that I tend to be very drawn to in lip products. Oh, it's so pretty. And it has that beautiful balmy texture. Oh, I admit I did try this. I think at the beginning I said I haven't tried anything. I did try a quick swipe of this on my lips and it has that beautiful hydrating balmy texture. I know I'm going to love this. I got another liquid lip balm type product. This one was from Beauty Pie. I got the, what's this called? Their Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil, and I have it in the shade Nude Nectar. Again, with the whole, I definitely have certain shades I'm drawn to, but this is another liquid lip balm type product, but it's much more sheer. But I love that tint that it gives the lips, and I love how it feels. Ooh, this is beautiful. It has kind of a, oh yeah, vanilla. It smells like vanilla, which is good. I don't think the Tower 28 ones are scented. Their whole thing is like for sensitive skin, so they don't add fragrance. Yeah, I almost shoved that up my nostril. That would have been bad. Okay, so now we get to eye products. I have, I guess, another item here that actually wasn't on sale. I just happened to snag this at Walmart or Target. I picked up another shade of the Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadows. This is the shade Chocolate. I saw that people like to blend this out actually in their crease, and it becomes a really beautiful mauve tone, which I love. I love wearing that color in the crease. So when you first swatch it, it looks pretty deep, but look at that nuanced color. That is a beautiful cool brown. Excited to play with this. I do really like this formula. Okay, last thing from Beauty Pie, I got one of their eyeshadow sticks. I have the shade Brazilianaire. Feels super glidey when I swatch it, and it looks kind of like a bronzy shade. Shopping at their members prices, this was something like $5 or something, really inexpensive. Natasha Denona had a sale on her website, and I did not get a palette. I just got one little potted top coat. So this is the Chroma Crystal top coat. I have the shade Peach. This is another item I have been wishing for many months, probably a couple years at this point. So it was super exciting to get this. I don't know why I said at the beginning that I haven't tried any of these things, because I've tried a few of these things. I have a picture of where I tried this. It has a beautiful tone. It has exactly the tone that I was hoping for, and the little glitters in it are very small. Like, there is nothing chunky about how this looks, either in the swatch or on the eyelid. It gives that very wet, kind of glossy effect. Enjoy this very much. I do. I was happy I waited for a sale though. I do think that this is not worth full price. Very beautiful, yes, but I still don't think it's worth full price, even though I do enjoy it. Another item that has been on my wish list for a very long time, the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in the shade Oyster Pearl. Again, I have a picture or a video, one of the two, of me trying this. You can see I have dipped into there just with a little brush. I hesitate to disturb the beautiful little pot. It's so cute, but I will go ahead and swatch it. This is very pigmented. You don't need much. And depending on your skin tone, it can lean more cool or kind of more neutral. But oh, I love that. It's not going to be super metallic. It's not super glittery or anything. It just creates a beautiful hydrated looking lid. And this shade is just so elevated looking and elegant and oh, Love it. Funny story about this one. I went to buy this actually during the Sephora VIB sale, even if I can only get 10% off. I was like, whatever, that's something off. It was out of stock that day anyway that I went to look, so I'm like, whatever, I guess I won't get it. Then I was traveling with my husband. There was a nice big Sephora. I was like, I want to go in there to swatch, and so I was like, ooh, yay! And then they actually didn't have any in store. I was like, no! I keep getting foiled, and the Sephora employee ordered me one. So I ended up paying full price for this. I didn't have to pay shipping since they were out of it in store, so that was nice. But it was one of those items where I was just like, I'm gonna just finally do it. Just finally do it. And I'm quite happy that I did. I really enjoy this product. The one time I tried it, I feel like it did fade on me a little bit. There was a little bit of creasing after about 5 or 6 hours, but I don't believe I tried it with an eye primer. I kind of wanted to try it by itself. But I usually do wear eye primer, so I have a feeling that's gonna make a huge difference for me, so I will definitely update you again on how this worked out for me. This next product I was not planning on purchasing, but I happened to go into my local Sephora, and that's usually when I make spontaneous purchases. If I'm just shopping online, I've noticed that I can easily talk myself out of things, but if I'm in store swatching, I mean, it's a different story. But I did get this during the 20% off sale that Sephora was having for everyone. Yay. So this is the KVD Dazzle Stick in the shade Flash Storm. These have been getting a lot of hype. People are excited about these, and I can see why. Look at it. That's it right there. It has a really kind of like wet texture, really, really creamy. Very, very sparkly and metallic. I have not tried this yet, so I can't tell you about the longevity on the eye or anything, but holy smokes, I'm excited about it. Okay, 2 more things. So this item, I went on sale on Ulta, and then I used my Ulta points to pay for it. So this is another item I have been wanting, and I kind of skipped out on it earlier this year when it was on sale, and I just decided I was just finally gonna do it. So this is from Persona. This is the Identity palette. This is another palette that gets a lot of hype. It has a beautiful, beautiful neutral leaning color story with some richly pigmented mattes down here. I'm very interested to try this on my eyes. You can see I have done a little bit of swatching of it already, but I haven't yet tried it on my eyes. A lot of people say it has kind of a unique formula. Swatching it, I didn't see that yet, so it just seemed like really pretty metallic shimmers that I could get with other brands, to be honest. So I'm very interested to try these on my eyes to see what the hype is about. This shade over here, Seductive, it's like a beautiful taupe, which I am so excited about. I'm starting to mix up where I'm swatching everything now, but oh yeah, look at that shade. You know I love my taupes. And then the shade Bombshell, another really pretty kind of greenish shade. Ooh, so pretty. So yeah, I know those are colors that I will enjoy. Oh, that was so smooth and so beautiful. But very excited to try it out and see what the hype is about. One last thing that's actually a conglomerate of things. Sydney Grace had a Black Friday sale, so I picked up several more shades that have been on my wish list. There, I just quick and rinsed off my arms and hands so that I had room to do some swatching. So first up we have the shade Rover, which is kind of like a cool toned brownie satin, the shade Chocolate Bar, which look at that, isn't that pretty? And then the shade Hot Stuff, which is a high voltage coppery metallic. Next up we have the shade Blushed, which is a beautiful rose gold. Pumpkin Spice Latte, which is a little bit more on the peachy side, but ooh, so pretty. And that one's a little more satin as well, not quite as like high voltage as these ones. I should correct myself, that's the shimmer formula, not the pressed pigment formula, whereas these are the pressed pigment formulas. Next up is the shade Apricot. Oh, I love that. That is so pretty. Elegance, which is also in the shimmer formula versus the pressed pigment formula. Look at that beautiful light gold champagne. This is the shade Biscotti, which I wasn't expecting to be quite so silvery. I was expecting it to be a little bit more beige, but it is kind of like beigey silver. The shade Frosted Morning, which is another cool toned shade that has been on my list for quite some time. I got one matte in the shade Moon Landing, which is a beautiful cool tone. It's not quite gray. It's kind of got some green in it maybe, but definitely leaning gray. And lastly, to add some more to my silvery taupe collection. I have the shade Wondrous Night. Put across the bottom here. Oh, so pretty. So I'm really, really pleased with the shades I picked up this time. I kind of feel like I'm kind of shopped out at this point. I feel like I picked up a lot of things that I've been wanting. I don't have a compulsion to go shopping. I picked up quite a few things here, and I'm just excited to use all my new things. Just look at that goodness. It is so, so pretty. All right, that was my little haul. Most years I kind of skip out on these. I don't usually shop a whole lot for these sales, and this year I was like, I'm doing it. Let me know down below if you ended up shopping any of these sales. I did find that the best sales to be found were absolutely on brands' websites versus places like Ulta or Sephora. Let me know if that was your experience as well. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!